Man, don't you miss when the Marvel logo looked and sounded like this? I know I do. Anyway, apparently Deadpool 3 will mark the return of Jennifer Garner as Elektra, so I decided to do the right thing and revisit her first and last solo outing as the character in the 2005 superhero film aptly titled Elektra. Of course, we first laid eyes on Jennifer Garner in the role 2 years earlier in Daredevil, and I don't want to derail this entire video, but I kind of loved the Daredevil movie, particularly the director's cut. Now look, it probably helps that I was 8 when I watched it for the first time, but I revisited it recently, and nostalgia goggles aside, there's a lot to enjoy, and I think Garner is actually one of those elements that's a lot of fun. I don't have the same fond memories of Elektra, so returning to it after almost 2 decades, I was hoping to discover the horrible movie I remembered is actually a misunderstood gem. But man, oh man, it is not. The plot revolves around Elektra, a revived assassin who must protect a man and his prodigy daughter from a hired assassin belonging to the Hand organization. Despite a star-studded cast, including some surprising cameos from Terrence Stamp and Jason Isaacs, the film fails to live up to its potential. The overall direction and cinematography of Elektra are extremely lackluster, with a few standout shots that feel like they're ripped out of a comic book. But for the most part, the excessive yellow color grading makes the film look like it was shot through a jar of urine, which kind of takes away from the visual experience. And when Jennifer Garner is actually suited up, which is surprisingly rare in this movie, they make a great choice to desaturate environments while heavily saturating her red outfit, a stylistic choice that makes those scenes feel very Sin City-esque, which makes sense because Frank Miller created Elektra. Unfortunately, they are quite sparing with clever choices like that, and it actually takes us an hour and 15 minutes to get a full fight sequence with Elektra actually in the red suit and a mansion full of adversaries to dispatch, which personally, I think she does way too quickly. The soap opera before all of the action in this movie is so horrendously boring, it's hard to care. The action sequences and fight scenes heavily borrow from early 2000 films like the Matrix franchise and Kill Bill, but they lack the skill and finesse of those filmmakers, so you feel like you're getting the Walmart version of those flicks. Same with the VFX, however, I will say the VFX used for the tattooed villain are surprisingly impressive to this day. All in all, as someone unfamiliar with the Elektra comics, it's hard to determine how faithfully the film represents the source material, but the movie fails in making me want to go back to the source material at all and explore this character further. However, I will say I'm really excited for the announcement of Elektra's return in the upcoming Deadpool 3 movie, and I have no doubt that Ryan Reynolds and company will have plenty of fun sending up this lackluster version of the character, and I'm thrilled to know that Jennifer Garner is game. She is amazing, and she deserves another shot.